Hey everybody, welcome back to this day 10. My name is Dr. Karen Orlemans and I am your instructional coach, helping you on the road to creating stress-less, home-based learning environments. Now, today I want to address some of the comments and the questions that I am seeing on Facebook about the long-term home education in this, our final session. I want to start by talking about a comment that I'm seeing around I'm struggling to get my child to do the work. It may be that your school has actually provided you with a lot of work for your child to do, and I know that you've probably sat there and encouraged them. You set up a corner that is a classroom for them, and you're wondering how much longer you can actually keep this up. The first thing I want to address in that is this idea that they need to complete all the work set by the school and the fight that you might be having to get your child to do it. Now, on day 2 and 3 of last week of our instructional coaching sessions, I actually already encouraged you to really think about the goal setting and scheduling, the daily routine that you've established with your children to get them to do the schoolwork. It really takes some of the stress off you if you are setting the agendas with them rather than having it forced on them, and allowing yourself some flexibility around this. Even if it's school-based work, they know what they have to do. You only have to hold them accountable for it in the same way as if they were going to school to do it, once you have set up clear expectations. Now, in these videos, I actually discussed about what those realistic expectations would look like in terms of the time spent. If the teacher is setting them 7 or 8 assignments for each of the key learning areas, you might actually want to have a discussion with the teacher, not with the child about this. But please be very gentle on your teacher, please. Remember that they are probably also learning this online learning game. All right, this is probably new. In fact, I would bet that this is new for most of them. So positive feedback is good. Begin with what is working for you and your child before pointing out the obvious flaw in expecting a child to sit at a computer for 6 hours straight a day. They honestly do not do this at school. And I think that the teachers are kind of struggling around this a little bit for themselves, knowing what is a clear expectation online when compared to what they would normally do in the classroom. If your child is struggling to get it done, even if the workload is realistic, allow them to take time. It's holiday soon. It actually doesn't have to be a full-on 2 weeks holiday. Negotiate with them to do the work required over perhaps 3 weeks, including one of the weeks of the holidays. Let the teacher know that this is how it's going to work. This will give you and them some breathing space. Okay, this is, again, it's about working with your child, negotiating with your child, being flexible, setting up clear expectations and boundaries with them about what needs to be done. If your child is struggling because they can't cope with the online work, again, you will need to speak with the teacher. It may be that at school they have learning support and this is not what they're getting at home now. This is going to be a hard one for the teacher to replicate in an online world, particularly if they haven't done this previously, and like I said, most haven't. Discuss with the teacher what it might look like. Try to negotiate an alternative that isn't going to depend on you being the learning support teacher 24/7, particularly if you are also working from home. This may include them having to provide some hard copy materials, doing phone calls, perhaps some Zoom support. There are a lot of other options available. It's a question of just having those discussions with the teacher. It's different for parents who choose to home educate their children, and you, who have been asked to take on this additional support and responsibility needed for getting your child through this time. Now, whether you are providing them with the work or whether school is, the key is keeping the stress low to begin well, or perhaps after you've watched this series, to re-begin well so that you can finish strong for the long time. So what does it look like? Well, be a parent, okay? Number one, be a parent, not the teacher. Don't yell at them to get the work done. Be there for them, talk with them, chat with them, and support them through this tough time. Set realistic goals. Do this with them. What do they want to achieve in this time, and what will it look like for them? Establish a daily routine. Do this with them. Even let them do it. If this means it takes a little longer to get things done, then it takes a little longer. That's okay. They will get it done if they've set it up for themselves. Let them be comfortable in their PJs or comfy clothes. Work on the couch. Whatever works for them. What's important is that the work gets done, not what they are wearing and not where they're doing it. Okay, that's not the issue here. The issue is getting them to keep being engaged in schoolwork. Go with their interests. They want to spend all day doing an English assignment today and do the math work tomorrow. It's okay, as long as it gets done. Doesn't matter. They don't have to stick to a timetable or the schedule set by the school. Let the teacher know though, okay? But let them go with it so that the work gets done. No schoolwork set? Go with their interests. And let the 3 R's, reading, writing and arithmetic, be their guide. Now, are they going out of the tree? Well, set up some social interaction for them to let off the steam. Take them out for a long bike ride. Go for a walk. Kick the footy in the park. These are not, you're not bound to the house, okay? You can actually go outside and get some fresh air and do some fresh air things. Are they ready to give up? Well, it's hump day. And today might just be a good day to make those scones you've been promising them and to work with them. All right? Mental health day it is. Holidays are just around the corner. And if you're not sure what to do, well, try a virtual travel itinerary. I've actually covered each of those points individually in my videos or my little instructional coaching calls, if you like, over the last 10 days. So go back and have a look. All right? You're going to find them on my Facebook page and on my Instagram TV at Kairos CT. Just remember, the focus needs to be supporting their mental health by keeping their brain physically and emotionally active. Okay? 2, supporting social well-being by keeping them connected socially whilst being physically distant, responsibly physically distant. 3, very importantly, enjoying this time and making some wonderful memories, even in a difficult situation. And I know that last one sounds hard to do, but it is possible. So, I wish you all the best as you get on with your stress-less home-based learning time. And remember, if you have any questions or have any comments that you want to make, let me know in the comments below and I will respond to you.